I feel like those were fake.
The last ones were.
Hey, yo.
If I can be serious for a minute.
Oh, yeah. Acknowledge me.
What up, what up, what up? What's happening,
We're
everybody?
like those-
Come on in. What?
Come on in. Yeah, join us. I was saying we're like those, like back in the day when you had those CDs where the artist would like just randomly start talking in a track. That's what we do.
Let's jump over right in here behind Seth
Yeah.
laughing. What's going on, everybody? Episode number 107 of the Sit Down Marks podcast. What's going on, boys? We had a big weekend of wrestling. We got a lot to talk about. Primo is here like a blink of an eye. He flew in and out of town, so he's going to talk about his experience, man. I'm excited for this, but yeah, it was a whirlwind, but what a awesome weekend it was, right, boys?
It was all right.
That was pretty good.
We got together, all three of us in the same place for a rare appearance, all three together, so that was cool.
No, it was awesome. I was trying to downplay it.
Yeah,
good weekend.
Yeah, really was. So we'll jump back into that here shortly, but welcome to the Best Kept Secret in Wrestling podcast. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. I am DB, the host up there, and these are my two guys here, Primo and AJ, producers and executive producers of the show.
Goddamn right.
So here we go. Looking forward to this one, man. It's going to be a big pod. Got a lot to talk about, but
Lots to talk about.
Lots.
Let's kick this thing off like we know how. Let's see what the Jukity Boxy
Let's talk about
Hazzy for Yeezy.
What are you doing?
Well,
Daisy.
not Yeezy. He's not going to be on this show.
Yeah, sorry. I don't even know why I said that. It's not even my vocabulary.
No.
No.
What are you doing?
No.
Jukebox. What's going on? Let's see
Jukity
what we
box, baby. Might want to go big.
When y'all want to go big, then say that. Ho! Yeah, boy, we doing big things, big belts, big rings, bigger than you ever seen, big as big could ever be.
That's right.
Oh,
Big as
yeah.
big could ever be.
Big as
I can't
big
wait
could
till this
ever
guy,
be.
if he ever comes back, I would be very ecstatic. Of course, we all just want him to be healthy at the end of the day, but
Sure.
I guess.
I would go nuts if I see him walk through that curtain again.
He will.
Yeah. I think he will at some point. But yeah, good pick there by the old Jukity Box, old Big E. Every time I see him, I kind of remember like, yeah, that's right, he's out, you know. But I see he's been doing some appearances like what Titus does a lot. They were, visiting some elementary schools and that kind of stuff. So definitely getting good use out of it. I mean, dude's $1 million. He's got $1 million personality. So, but yeah, look forward to him coming back. So good pick there. So welcome to the show, everybody. I am the Dirty Bird. It's time to talk about all this wrestling talk that we're going to talk about.
Haberdashery.
Yeah, as we talked about the great weekend of wrestling it was for us at Iron Spirit Pro, we went to a local WWE house show here in Central Illinois, so we'll be talking about that too. So we'll fill you in on all of that. We're going to talk about and predict AEW Revolution is the talk today on what's on TV, and Primo picks the promo for Promo School this week, so he's going to take that one over, and AJ is back with his new game, Gimmick Infringement, and much more, including talking about Primo's visit to Central Illinois with us this weekend and much more. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. Last pod of February, boys. Primo.
All right,
let's
baby.
do this, my shit. My shit.
What up?
My
This is
chit-
Kate Shadow Sweetheart.
This is the wild child, Connor Hopkins.
This is Christian Rose. Yo,
Balls
this
Mahoney.
is the most dope.
Balls
CJ
Mahoney.
Esparza.
This is the Croc Rocket, Nickelback poppin', curls for all the girls,
Balls
the
Mahoney.
Terminator, Sam Beal.
And you are listening to the Sit Down Marks podcast.
And you are listening to the Sit Down Marks podcast with DB, Primo, and AJ.
With Primo, DB, and AJ on the Sit Down Marks podcast.
And I am on the Sit Down Marks podcast, and we're going to get some perfection today.
Today, baby. The Terminator Balls Mahoney.
Balls Mahoney.
That sounds like you got curly pubes. The Terminator Balls Mahoney.
You know what a merkin is?
A merkin?
I do know what a merkin is.
I don't know what a merkin is. Enlighten me.
It's what the ladies wear in movies when they don't want to show their, bajingos and what have you.
Their muff?
Their vaginas.
Kind of like it's like a vagina wig.
Yeah, it's a vagina toupee.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh man, the internet. Oh, good.
It's what they wear in the movies and such.
All right, boys. Let's talk about the weekend. So let's kick it off, man. Let's start in the beginning. So let's talk about Friday night. Primo's flight started getting delayed like a maniac, and we got nervous that he wasn't going to make it, but he did. We got him in the building like an hour and a half before we got the bell time.
I said, I got on the airplane. I said, "You pilot, you get me there to Illinois. I got somewhere to be. I got some Iron Spirit Pro to get to."
That's right.
Did you say it with that accent too? We're like, "Hey, pilot, go on get."
He has some force behind that one too. Get on now.
Again.
Go on get on, buddy, out there.
All right. Yeah. So we finally had Primo there, so the weekend could begin, and then we're off to the races, man. So Friday nights, Iron Spirit Pro, another awesome, great card. 815 retained in an awesome match. CJ Esparza retained in an awesome main event. Rubrick was there against Saban Gage. We also had Sean Galway and Cornboy open up the match, but a lot of nostalgia going on here because we had Dante Leon versus Craig Mitchell. Both these guys, original Iron Spirit Pro guys from over 4 years ago. They were on the card. Kenway was back. He's back in business in Iron Spirit Pro, guy out of St. Louis. So Primo got a really good see like a little bit of the core of Iron Spirit Pro from back in the old days, that kind of helped get it off, and then Brew Baker and CJ obviously still there now, and these guys coming back in form. And a little bit of the new here too with, he got to witness Cornboy, his over in normal. So, it was awesome. But Primo, I'm gonna give you a minute here, man. Talk about, you're a fan of wrestling. You see our product now. You see what me and AJ have been working on doing here these over a year and a half now. So and putting this production together. Don't hurt our feelings. No, I'm just kidding.
Sounds like a season.
Yeah.
Don't hurt our feelings.
So tell me.
All right. Well, let me start with this. Let me just give some props to my boys. I was sitting there at the merch table, chilling, talking over there to Robert. Shout out Robert. And I watched my guys do their thing, man. I watched DB announce all the matches all night. Great voice. He has that. Everybody knows he's got that. He can project that voice, and he does a good job of that. I watched AJ over there trying not to. He did a good job, and only cracked up during Gunther Bravo.
It wasn't my fault. It was Gunner Brave's fault. That hilarious little fucker.
When I said Gunther Bravo, when I said AKA Gunther Bravo, yeah. So
he looked up and he was like,
Yep. He wanted me to get.
I liked King of the Thick too. That was good.
Yeah, King of the Thick.
Well, inside baseball here. Okay, so they Gunner finally got Sean to give in and say, okay, whatever, man, I'll just go with it. So I'm like, all right, cool, King of the Thick, and he goes, all right, cool. Well, in return to kind of do something to like on funny side on my part, I want you to say AKA Gunther Bravo on the Lucha Libre circuit. And so, so like, all right, cool, let's do it, man. But yeah, King of the Thick, I'm like, with 2 C's, like.
I was trying to be serious and do my job. I was just laughing.
Yeah,
laughing.
Gotta say, I'm proud of you boys out there representing and doing,
thank you, Primo.
Doing a good job. It was fun to watch y'all do that. So, starting off, man, we had Cornboy. I was excited to see him. He came by the merch table, said hi to me before the show started, told me he was going to point. He's going to give me a point. No, he did great. He was awesome. I liked Craig Mitchell was fun to watch. Dante Leon was fun to watch. That's from Dallas, Texas, by the way.
Yes, we know.
Pro Wrestling Noah Dante Leon too.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. The main event was fun. Between CJ and Solomon. Solomon's great. CJ's obviously great. He's the champ. But my two favorite matches of the night were the tag team matches. 815 versus Technical Difficulties. And my favorite match of the night, gotta say it, guys. You know I like that flippy shit. And these guys right here, Bang Bros, I'm sold on these guys. They are fantastic. They are fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I was glad you got to see them live, man, because like I'm not kidding. Like I don't see a hotter tag team in the Midwest over as a blanket. Like they're all over every big promotion in the Midwest and beyond, man. And they're they're great. I love that rolling spear finisher. Like that is
it's so cool.
It's beautiful. Like it's so smooth. It's so smooth.
Yeah, everything they did looked very fluid. Yeah, it would look good too.
Yeah, they're so underrated. August, like, that kid just gets it. You know what I mean? Davey, quick thing about Davey. I remember seeing Davey years ago running ring crew. You know what I mean? Working, just standing there. You can tell he shows up, put the ring up, and then after the show, he'd be tearing down. And then next thing you know, he's in this tag team. And yeah, man, just a fun one to watch too. I had to agree, and I told John and Nick, John Bonhart, Nick Nolan, the guys that actually wrestled the Bang Bros. I can call them the Bang Bros here. I can't call them the Bang Bros.
Right? Yeah.
No, we can't.
But I want to put that out there. So they are Davey Bang and August Matthews at our show. So which almost slipped last time. It was funny. I was talking about that a while back, but anyway, yeah, they're just amazing to watch, fun to watch. But I told John and Nick too. I went back there because another inside baseball. This is the first time these guys had ever tagged together. You know what I mean? They were put out there.
The two they were facing.
The two they were facing. Yeah, they did a great job. John Bonhart and Nick Nolan. And the first time they had wrestled with us here at Iron Spirit Pro. So they had a lot to prove, man, and they fucking nailed it, dude.
That match was awesome.
It was great. Yes. Mm-hmm. It was great. It really was, man. I can't put them over enough, especially in all the spots that they were in. John, these guys are all like, up and coming and, just trying to make it. Nick, like he just looks like a wrestler, doesn't he? I mean, he's just got all the things going. He's got the hair. He's got the body. He had like he reminded me of like the Michael P.S. Hayes tights. The real flashy ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You talking about the diamond ones he had on?
Yeah. So
we had fun with those on commentary too.
Yeah,
they're good heel tights.
Yeah. So I thought they did great. John's really kind of coming into his own, man. First time I got to see him wrestle live. I've seen a lot of clips, seen a lot of stuff that he does. But yeah, can't put those guys over enough. But go ahead, Primo.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, like I said, definitely my favorite match of the night. But I did enjoy every match. I was happy to finally get to see some of the guys we've talked to in person. Sure. Get to meet some of the people there in the crowd that say they listen to us. That was cool. That's something that I hadn't experienced yet. So it was a first for me for somebody to come up that I don't know and say that they listen to the show.
Sure.
So that was cool. And
nobody knows you by your real name out here. You're Primo out here.
I will say there was one person at that show. I don't know who it was because I don't remember because I was tired from flying. But I did introduce myself on accident by my real name to one person until I was like realized what I said. Right. And anyway, but no, and thanks to Logan for having me as well. But it was an overall good show. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed sitting there at the merch stand. Oh, and Tori also from Top Row Baking. Mm-hmm. Thanks for hanging out and give me somebody to talk to while these two knuckleheads do their job.
I'm sandbagging Tori right now. I'm mad at her.
Well, I'm not mad. She's so sweet.
No, she kept making me laugh. So no.
Well, she made me some really nice cookies. I don't have them because I ate them. But but they said
flavor.
As I say, she made me some cookies with my name on them.
That's pretty awesome.
And she kept me company there at the show. And also I bought some of her other cookies. They are really good. So if you see her at any of the wrestling shows, check them out. But yeah, no, it was overall a good time.
Yeah, it was Primo's breakfast. Like,
It was the next morning.
Cookies for breakfast.
Saturday, yeah.
It's a good breakfast.
Yeah.
She's very good.
It definitely was. Yeah, it was a good show. Had another pretty solid full house, man. It was a really good turnout, man. It feels like we're doing a lot of good things right now, man. So it's really exciting to kind of be on. So I was glad you got to come down, man, and be a part of it and check it all out and kind of see, where we're at most of the time when we're talking about these shows and stuff. So
yeah,
all right, yeah. So let's jump to Saturday, boys. Let's talk about. We went to WWE House Show in Champaign, Illinois, at the State Farm Center. It was a Road to WrestleMania Super Show, is what they called it. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So I've been to a ton of house shows in my life, like a lot, like because and man, this was up there as one of the better ones I've ever been to. The roster was crazy. What do you talk about? Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. I've only been to a handful of house shows myself, and this definitely is the top one. I think we found the sweet spot. You had to go to a house show on the road to WrestleMania, that's for sure. Because dang, the stars were out. We got to see a lot of cool stuff.
That was the best house show I've ever been to. It was because I think I've been to like 10 or something like that.
Right.
And yeah, that by far, that one, it was the most entertaining. And at one point, like I want to talk about this a little bit later too, but at one point I looked at Primo, I'm like, apart from the Attitude Era, has there ever been a time in WWE when this many people have been this over?
Right.
It's insane how over Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, like how there's this whole just entire squad of people that are insanely over, and then hasn't been that way in years.
Everybody gets cheered. Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It was so fun.
Yeah. They started us off with Becky and Bayley, which was like awesome right off the bat.
Already a banger right out the gate,
yeah. And like there was a few people on the poster, but I never take with who's on the poster because they put that on poster on every show for every town, right?
Yeah. They put it out in advance, way in advance.
Right. So local radio had already talked about Cody being there, so we knew Cody was going to be there. We kind of expected that to be the main event. Cody was co-main, which ended up being a surprise for AJ because he got to wrestle Finn, see Finn Balor.
Hell yeah!
So that was fun. Co-main. Main was Austin Theory and Seth for the U.S. title. Honestly, I was super excited when fucking L.A. Knight's music hit.
That was so hard. How many times did we say yeah?
I know, right? Yeah! And he
said, yeah, dummy. I said, yeah?
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
He said, I got to get to Champaign, Illinois. You don't understand. Illinois. Yeah.
This town
sucks.
Was
the best. It was so good. But all the troglodytes and champagne.
All the troglodytes, yeah. The whole bunch. No, he said troglodytes. The whole bunch.
He wrestled Bray Wyatt, and
they did the pitch black match.
Pitch black match,
which was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Four-way women's match: Charlotte, Sonya Deville,
Liv, and Zoe
Starks from NXT. Yeah, okay. Which
we were just marking out on her Titantron and not actually watching them.
Yeah, she had that was like a
dope.
Chernobyl type shit.
Yeah.
But it was an awesome her entrance board, I guess, was picture. Yeah. But yeah, super awesome. We got to promote the Iron Spirit show after it, handing out some flyers, but man, it was awesome. And then, next thing you know, it was 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm back with Primo at the airport, and he's gone.
How about we had a surprise walk by?
Oh,
yeah. I was just about to say, let's talk about so the Usos versus it was supposed to be 3-on-3.
3-on-3.
Drew, Sheamus, and who was the third? Drew, Sheamus, and
Braun.
I can't remember. Braun, yeah. Versus it was Solo and Jimmy. No Jay. So bell rings and the match starts, and then
3-on-2.
Yeah. Jay makes his way down, and I'll be damned if he didn't walk right by us through the crowd.
Yes.
Yeah, like
literally by
next
us.
To Primo. Yeah, like on the end.
I freaked out. Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
You about got ran over by that kid that was trying to get to Jay.
Hey, good for that kid, though.
Well, there were two kids, and I want to mention these two kids because, first of all, Primo was right on the aisle, so Jay come walking down, and he comes walking back up. First of all, that first kid that came barreling through was so polite about it. He's like this 8-year-old kid, and he's like, excuse me. But there was nothing stopping him. So
he's like I got to get to where I'm going. I'll be nice, though.
Well, then the kid that was sitting in front of us, I think that they said it was their first house show or whatever.
Yeah.
They had like the Uso shirt on. So he was coming back up, and the kid was like freaking out. So I was like, hey, I like tapping him. I'm like, get up here. I was like, come on. Yeah. So he like dove over the seats to like get to the aisle too. And I think that he really liked that too. So they
had a good time. I could tell.
Yes. Yeah. So I want to give a special shout out to those 2 kids and their parents, because you're raising them correctly. 1 as wrestling fans, and 2 as just polite kids. Yeah. Like they were just so nice.
Yeah, this was a good crowd too, man.
It was a great crowd.
This was a good house show crowd, man. I was digging it.
I was sad that I was the only one cheering for AJ. At one point, I was like going nuts for Finn. And I was the only one like looking around. I was like, no, just me. I was like, okay, well, I'm still going to.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, wasn't Ronda was there too?
Yep,
Ronda was there. Ronda was super over.
Ronda Shayna wrestled Tegan Knox and
Natty.
Natalya.
Yeah. Oh, frozen lip.
It was a long card. Like it was.
Yeah, so that was pretty stacked right there. I mean, that's pretty legit.
This is something that I noticed at the house show, which I never really paid much attention to until you like see it all live. Hand gestures. Can we talk about hand gestures for a second and how much I absolutely despise how every wrestler has a stupid hand gesture and only 2 of them are cool. This and AJ Styles. That's it. Anyone else who does an hand gesture, stop it. Like there's the whole A-Town down and Tegan Knox going like that, and that doesn't count. You shut up. That's not a hand gesture. That's not one of those things.
Your finger guns don't count?
No, because you do that in the match. He doesn't do that coming out. Like, I'm sorry about your boys, the Hardys, but like, stop. Like, I hate hand gesture. That's not a hand gesture. That's a pose. See, there's many layers to this. I was getting angry at all the hand gestures that every wrestler had for some reason.
Down.
Oh, that one drove me the most nuts for some reason. Stop it. Stop hand gestures.
Dude is jacked.
Yeah. But
his arms are like legs.
Yeah. Austin looks like a star, man. That dude.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah. He absolutely does.
Yeah. So it was overall awesome weekend of wrestling. Yes. Primo, thank you for coming to visit us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
I hope I filled you up with enough Prairie Grillers to last you for a little while.
Dude, I ate so many Prairie Grillers, and then I thought I was full. And then I go upstairs. I take me and DB's plate upstairs to go put them away. And his wife says, hey, there's still some more over there. Get those.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was awesome. If you don't know, Prairie Grillers are a cube of cheese wrapped in steak, wrapped in bacon on a toothpick, so it's
and they're amazing.
You could
I think they marinate the steak in something good.
Yeah, and the bacon's got like a certain kind of seasoning too. Like it's there's if you like search Prairie Grillers, it'll come to the place where we buy them from, and I'm sure because I believe I did that before. So awesome stuff, man. Let's move on, boys. Let's talk what we're going to talk about. What's on TV this week is AEW Revolution. We're just going to talk about the card and predict it here, Primo. Let's run through it here, man. Let's see if see anything big happening.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Oh man, I like how he
calls
him
talk
dummy.
To you.
He says calls him dummy.
He needs to host.
Shut up, dummy.
Shut up, dummy.
Yeah. LA. It's in LA. That means LA Night needs to be there. All right. So moving on. We're all marched for LA Night. I get it.
Like huge.
So AEW Revolution. We have Ricky Starks versus Chris Jericho with the JAS band from ringside.
I'm going to try not to do that a lot during this card, but it might slip out of my mouth.
You think Ricky goes over?
Yeah. But although probably not. No. Actually, no, I'm going to go with Chris Jericho.
I'm going Jericho.
When Chris Jericho, when he should put someone over, he goes over. So that seems to be his theme in this iteration of his character. So, yeah, Chris Jericho.
I'm going to go Ricky.
Like how much
we all knew
you
were going Ricky.
Yeah. I would like Ricky. But
yeah, I have faith. Jericho do the right thing.
You naive little fool.
AEW Women's World Championship match. Champ Jamie Hayter versus Saraya versus Ruby, 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 Soho.
Yeah. Well, to me, like it feels like it's Ruby's time a little bit.
Yep.
They're kind of putting a little bit of stock in her. Jamie's title reign has
Been forgettable.
Yeah,
been very forgettable.
Yeah, it's cooled off very fast. And Saraya is the most return that nobody's cared about in the last 10 years, probably. So
That's a wet fart for sure.
yeah, it's a wet fart. So
she might as well be Trent Beretta.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ruby. They gotta take some titles.
I am also going to say Ruby Riot. It's her time.
So we have the
Britt making her lose it too.
Yeah, which would be funny.
Jamie or Saraya.
Make Jamie lose it, and then they could start a little feud. That'd be fun with me. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
AEW TNT Championship match. Samoa Joe. Well, when in the Isle of Samoa, call him Joe.
Call him Joe.
Joe
versus Wardlow for the title.
Samoa Joe. No one has cooled off faster and harder.
Yeah, I say that's another person that's cooled off. Is
Wardlow.
He's ice cold. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Wardlow to put some stank back on him.
Put some stank on it? No, I'm gonna go with Samoa Joe.
AJ.
Yes.
It's a mop. All right, so back on track here. So we have Deathmatch Texas, John Moxley versus Hangman Page. I say that it's finally Hangman's time to win. I guess they're going back and forth, and Mox has the most wins, but it's Hangman's turn.
I'm going Moxley because I don't care about Hangman Page.
I want Moxley to win, but I think Hangman's gonna win.
I don't like him. I don't.
I'm taking Hangman too. I like him.
I don't want to see this match, but I'm going to go with Moxley. God, this card is kind of weak, isn't it?
We have looks like a 4-way match, tag team match for the AEW Tag Team Championship match. Why did I say match so many times? No. The Guns versus the Acclaimed. Yes, the Guns, the champs, the Guns versus the Acclaim versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Jarrett, and versus one more team to be announced.
So, Motor City Machine Guns?
Rock and Roll Express.
They just lost the titles to Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go
Roll Express.
I'm going to go with the TBD team because it's always the TBD team.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Swerve and say Double J and Jay Lethal.
Oh, why?
Oh, I would hate that.
I would hate that so much.
I know, but that's why they would do it.
Yeah.
I will never understand the appeal of Jeff Jarrett ever. Like I was watching
you just have to look at him in a funny light, I think.
No, he's so annoying. Like I was
Jeff
watching
Jarrett?
Yes.
He looks like my mom's husband.
He's got some bright spots.
I was watching Rumble 95 where he was fighting Razor for fucking IC belt. And I was like, there's so much about Jeff Jarrett that I just absolutely despise. With his stupid cowboy hat. I hate his music. I hate his little, I was like, there's another hand gesture always with the two. Just, I was like, I hate everything. Your stupid shirt that's like cut out. And it's like, no.
I love the smashing guitar gimmick. That's what got me real in on him. I love seeing people getting smashed with that thing.
I've never been a fan of Jeff Jarrett, ever.
What if it's what's some predictions on that extra team? Sting
Motor
and
City
Darby?
Machine Guns.
Top Flight.
Top Flight.
Top Flight's a good one.
Yeah.
Lucha Bros.
Hardy Brothers.
The Hardy. Well, one of them's in jail, isn't he?
First of all, why did you say Hardy Brothers? That's not a thing.
I don't know.
The Hardy siblings.
The Hardy Boys. The Hardy Boys.
The Hardy Boys.
I don't know.
It's the detectives, the Hardy Brothers.
Right. Yeah, see? You don't know. It could be them. They're
fictional 12-year-olds.
Yeah. Say they're not real, but hey, it's wrestling. You think it happens.
Oh, my God. No, I'm afraid that the Jarretts are going to win this, and it's going to...
The Jarretts?
So it's going to annoy me.
I'm going with the Natural Disasters Final Answer.
both of them dead? They're just gonna wheel Earthquake's skeleton into the ring and put fucking the Stormtrooper mask on Typhoon if he's still alive. Oh,
I'm really drawing a blank on what other tag teams it could be. But anyway, I'm gonna go with the Acclaim is about to win it, and Daddy Ass turns on him and rejoins his sons. Guns go over.
Yeah,
I can see that though. I hope that's not it. I like what Billy Gunn's doing nowadays.
Yeah. Okay.
At some point, he's got to rejoin his sons.
At some point, yeah.
All right, and then it's time for the main event. Thanks, Mark. AEW World Championship Iron Man match. MJF versus Bryan Danielson.
So, first of all, this is the only match that I care about. And second of all, I don't care about, because the result is pretty much a foregone conclusion. Like, Bryan Danielson's going to put MJF over, but it's going to be an awesome match. Like, I don't care. I will watch these guys wrestle.
Yeah, the fact that it's so obviously a match that's in Bryan Danielson's wheelhouse only means that much more that MJF is going to win.
Yes. Plus, that's Bryan Danielson's whole thing, is putting over young guys right now who need the rub from. So, yeah, it's going to be MJF. Yeah. And that'll be great. It's going to be a fantastic match.
I think there'll be a lot of Steelers in this card that we want. Is Jay Cargill not doing anything on the card that you see?
Not that I see. They may. That's to be TBA.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
BD.
I mean, it'll probably still be a pretty decent card.
TBS champion.
This match is just. I mean, this card is weak to me. I don't care about any of it except for MJF Bryan Danielson.
No.
And even that match, again, there's not going to be any suspense to it.
Yeah.
I just want to see the match.
All right. Let's move on, boys. Let's have a little fun here. It's time for a little trivia action. Primo, hit that game show music. AJ's Gimmick Infringement. Yeah.
I just realized that one of the Hardys' little things is like a modified shocker.
V1.
Very
it is. It's the spread shocker.
This is the stink.
And that's the
V goes in the merkin.
Yeah, lift the merkin up and
yeah.
All right.
Get the whole thing out. Well, you all know this game. It's Gimmick Infringement, where it's 20 questions. I have a gimmick in mind. A gimmick, not a wrestler, a gimmick in mind. And you turds get 20 questions to guess said gimmick. Both so far, you are 0-2 in guessing said gimmick. I went with a much easier one this time. In my head, anyways, which means it's probably going to be stupid and hard, but we'll see. So you get 20 questions, yes or no. And who started first last time? I don't even remember.
I did.
All right, Primo, we'll start with you this time. Guess the gimmick, please.
Is this gimmick post 2000s?
No.
Was this gimmick in WWE?
Yes.
Is this gimmick in the 90s?
Yes.
Was this gimmick a copper?
No. A copper.
Got you now.
Like an old timey, like with a billy club, like move along, you ruffian.
Kappa.
You kappa. Did this gimmick have long hair?
Yes. That's everyone, though, ever.
Did this gimmick have a manager? At some point.
Technically,
hard
yes.
to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has this gimmick been a world champion?
Yes. Shit, Primo knows it.
Is this gimmick a heel?
Rephrase that question, please.
Is this
like, has this gimmick been a heel?
Yeah, has this gimmick been a heel before?
Yes.
Okay.
Has this gimmick performed in any ladder matches?
I'm going to say yes, because I can't see how the answer is no.
Oh.
Okay.
He's not known, right? I mean, it's not known for ladder matches.
So it is a he. That's a freebie.
Yeah, that's a freebie.
Okay.
There you go.
Does he wear face paint?
No.
No face paint.
Has he ever been in a tag team?
Yes.
Does he wear a mask?
No.
Was he in a faction in the 90s?
I'm going to say no. Not an official faction. Anyways.
What the fuck?
That'll make sense once you figure out who it is.
Was this gimmick bald?
No. Primo already asked if he had long hair.
He had long hair.
Yeah, I know that doesn't mean. Oh, okay. I guess. Never mind. I missed that. My bad.
I mean, I guess it could be Hulk Hogan, who was bald and had long hair.
He had the Hulk Hogan dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness.
You guys are on 13 right now, by the way.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh. Did this gimmick... Oh.
Ask if he was a copper again. I don't even know who that could be. Like Big Boss Man? Is that who you were thinking?
That's the only copper I know of.
He wasn't even a copper. He was a
jailer.
Yeah, jailer. Like a glorified babysitter.
And the Mountie.
Ah, yes. I wish it was the Mountie now.
Did this gimmick wear a mask?
DB already asked that.
He said face paint.
He said
no,
mask.
I said mask too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, he already asked that? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Did this gimmick wear long boys?
Yes.
Does this gimmick in any way, shape, or form have the name Heart?
That was my next. That was my next question.
Name or gimmick?
Nope.
Not
Glad
just
you
Heart.
asked that.
Not just Heart. Okay. No Heart. Okay.
No.
No hearts.
Okay.
He was a world champ, right? Was he world champ in the 90s? I guess. Damn it, that's a question.
Yes. Yes, he was.
Okay. What number are we on?
16.
15, 16?
Okay. All right.
This will be 16.
All right. Can we take a guess at any point? Or we got
Anytime.
Oh, okay. I'm going with Diesel.
Primo, do you have a song queued up?
No, I don't.
Wait, hold on. Let me try and make the truck noise. Hit the little ding. Yes, it is Diesel Kevin Nash, who won the title, his first title from Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund.
Dang, we were getting there.
Oh God!
Well, Primo helped me with the long boys, and then when you answered no to the hearts, I was like, "It's got to be."
That was my. That was. I'm glad you asked that because I was about to ask that.
He's also known as Diesel is New Gen, obviously, which is like the drizzling shits of WWE. So he's widely regarded as the worst drawing champion of all time, like ever. So he's beneath like Jinder Mahal and the Miz, and like he's the worst drawing champion ever. And he's hilarious in real life. Kind of a cunt though, from what I hear.
I used
what
to
about Vinny Vegas?
I used to listen to his podcast a lot. Now I'm kind of not so much. They get a little too political sometimes, but But yes, how about me? I am
one.
the Gimmick Infringement champion.
For once, someone finally got one.
I know.
I thought
right?
for sure you guys were gonna get it earlier than.
Yeah, I feel like we tried too hard because
Like
originally, before I said Val Venus, or excuse me, before I said World Champ, I was going with Val Venus.
What? Well, like, there's only like 4 world champs in the 90s.
I know. That was before I said World Champ, so yeah, I narrowed it down with that.
All right, good stuff, boys. Let's update the King of the Mountain, Primo.
And it wasn't HBK.
It wasn't.
Time to play the game!
All right, so sorry, go ahead.
Was HBK technically Diesel's manager? Like, that's how I didn't know how to answer that question.
It was his muscle, kind of.
Diesel
but
was
then-
HBK's muscle.
But then they flopped positions when HBK was in like the fake Intercontinental title. Like, Shawn Michaels would come out with Diesel and be ringside. I didn't know.
True.
He was
All right,
just
AJ.
valet.
So you were up the top of the King of the Mountain with a streak of 6. And we're going to see if you're going to inch a little closer today to possibly time that here soon. So going into today, AJ was the King of the Mountain with 6. Current streaks were AJ at 4, Primo at 0, and myself at 2. Now going into last week, we picked Ricky Stenhouse, who was the Daytona 500 winner. Why Ricky Stenhouse? Ricky Stenhouse. Ricky Steamboat. This is where I got that from there. So we thought, okay, so we'll run it back for California, the very next NASCAR race of the year. And we had to pick whether Ricky would finish in the top 20, inside the top 20 or outside of the top 20. All 3 of us went together with inside of the top 20. Did he finish inside the top 20? Ricky Stenhouse finished 12th. So he did. So AJ will move to 5. Primo will move to 1. I will move to 3.
You guys
You
are
know why?
still alive. Still
You know
alive.
why, AJ?
Cause you're the 2s and we the 1s.
But I'm
I've
such
won.
a hypocrite. So as everyone
You
who's
did
listening
it!
to this podcast knows, I hate that. But when Jay walked by us, I was totally like, "Oh, Jay, we the ones." Turn into a sniveling hypocrite.
All right, AJ. So this is a big week, man. If you can pick correctly this week, you will tie your current King of the Mountain streak, which is coming to an end here in about 4 weeks. So I kind of got to stay on the streak too. Primo might be. He's got to pretty much stay on the streak too.
I got to win out.
He's got to win out.
So
Yeah.
basically, it's an elimination way we go here. So this was going to be a little bit of a toss-up this week, boys. This week we are picking XFL football. All right.
Sure.
All right. The 2 teams going at it this week that you're going to be picking from. The first team is the visiting team, the 0-2 Seattle Sea Dragons. Of course, Brian
That's so
Danielson.
stupid.
Brian Danielson is the American Dragon versus the Las Vegas Vipers, who are 0-2. And for Randy Orton, which is the Viper. Primo, I'm sorry, AJ, who you going with here?
First of all, these names are so stupid. Second of all, I love that you're still finding wrestling connections to an whole league that is founded by-
XFL itself, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. So which one do I think Primo is going to pick? Because I want to pick that one because he has to pick opposite for me to have any chance of winning.
Las Vegas is the home team.
I'm going to go with home team Las Vegas Vipers.
Okay. Primo?
You have to pick opposite, otherwise you have no shot.
I hate you for that. Hold on.
I'm gonna put you on the buzz, Primo. I'm going opposite too. I'm going with Seattle. I think I got to try to make the move on AJ this week. So
Yep.
yeah, this is probably the week to do it. Hopefully, so. All right, so you going Seattle too, Primo?
I am going Seattle too. Yes.
All right, 2 Seattles and 1 Las Vegas. We'll come back next week and see what we're going to do here. So, all right, King of the Mountain coming oh so close. Let's see if AJ can stay on top. Primo, you took over promo school this week, brother. What do you got for us this week?
I did. You know, in the spirit of WrestleMania season, I felt like I needed to to set us up with a recent WrestleMania moment. And after Jukey Box, helped me out this week and told me, whispered in my ear what it was going to play in the form of Big E, I was like, you know what? Let's talk about some Kofi Mania. So, leading up to Kofi Mania, WrestleMania 35, I believe it was. If that's incorrect, I'm sorry. But anyway, they had the contract signing where Daniel Bryan's like, look, it took you 11 years. What a waste, blah, blah, blah. Daniel Bryan was at the time was a very heel. He had the, whatever he called that, the hemp championship.
The hemp belt, yeah.
Yeah, and he was just a total douchebag. So here is the promo where Kofi Kingston lays it all on the table, tells him, how hard he's worked for this. Here it is.
Do not be complacent the way that Kofi Kingston has been complacent. Don't think that good is good enough for 11 years. Do not think that a little bit of success is enough success for 11 years. Here is your life lesson. Do not be complacent. But here is the truth, Kofi. I want you to suck all this in, because for you, this is the best it's ever going to be.
For months, we have had to listen to you as you claim to educate all of us. Now it's time for you to sit there, shut your mouth while I educate you. You claim to be what I am. You claim to be me. You claim to know what I'm feeling. The more I hear you talk, the more I realize that you don't know a damn thing about me. You became World Heavyweight Champion within the first 2 years of you coming to WWE, and I watched that. No, not as a bystander. No. I watched it. I observed it. I watched it. I understood it. Here's the thing. I'll cut to all the chase. I'll cut through everything, man. You don't know me, Daniel. You've not been through what I've been through. 11 years, and I've not had a singles match for the WWE Championship, and that's okay, because it's all led to this moment. It's all led to this, Daniel. I see it in your eyes, man. I can see it by the way that you tremble when I'm in the ring with you. I can see it by the mind games that you're trying to play. You know that I am ready. The one thing that we have in common, the one common thread to this story, is that you know what all of this feels like. You know what all this feels like, man. And you're scared as hell. And you should be, because you know what comes next. What comes next is at WrestleMania. I beat you. And I become the WWE Champion.
That's right. And what came next was Kofi Mania, a moment that was probably one of the best WrestleMania moments in the last 10 years. I've one of my personal favorites, that's for sure.
Mine too.
I'm a big fan of Kofi, and he truly did deserve it. So, yeah, it was really good. And I would just, we're in the season, so it was good to go back and revisit that one.
Yeah, I always love homegrown, organic wrestlers getting over with the people.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be denied. Just like Daniel Bryan, Kofi. Love this shit, man. Yeah, it's great. Awesome. Good stuff. AJ, you ready to plug the merch, sir? Sell some couches, you fucker.
Yes.
You couch fucker.
You couch fucker. Just humping away at a couch. Do we have a sound bite that I have to wait for?
Nope,
you can go straight into it.
Man. Yeah, it's actually after you're done.
Yeah.
So I've heard that we have merch. You can buy that merch, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, couches, mops, stickers, Notebooks, all at tpublic.com/stores.
Would y'all call that thing ladies use? Mernex?
Merkins.
Yeah, there you go. Merkins.
It's just our stupid faces on someone's vagina.
Our virtual merch store is way better than our real one. Like, way better.
Right. You gotta go on Patreon for access to that one. Yeah.
Our stupid faces on someone's vagina. Oh my god.
That's when we're over. When somebody puts our faces on their vagina. That's when we're over. And not until then.
I'm okay.
Okay. Can you finish, or you want to just move on?
It's tpublic.com/stores/sit-down-marks.
That works.
This is Levi Cooper.
Hey, this is Buck Nasty, Bucky Collins.
This is Big B.
What's up, bozos? This is Trevor Outlaw, and you're listening.
And you're listening to the Sit Down Marks.
Sit Down Marks.
Sit Down Marks.
And you're listening to the Sit Down Marks podcast with DB, Primo, and AJ.
AJ is just dying, dude. All right, so let's get into some headlines here. So headlines for the February 27th edition. Okay. Recently, WWE has applied, which is kind of weird that they didn't already have these. But recently, WWE applied to trademark the terms Jailhouse Street Fight, WWE NXT.
Wait, Jailhouse Street Fight. What is? There's no streets in jail. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I'm scared already.
That's a good point. They trademarked Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank, Elimination Chamber, and Fatal 4-Way.
How is Royal Rumble not already trademarked?
That's what I'm curious of.
Yeah, that's wild.
Jailhouse Street Fight. I don't think they know what either of those two things are.
They don't go together.
Those are
if you're in jail, you should not be on the street.
Right.
And can't be because you're in jail.
Right. Yeah.
Also recently, Ricky Shane Page, excuse me, has confirmed he is now signed with MLW.
Nice. I like Ricky Shane Page. A lot of people are kind of not fans of his style and stuff, but yeah, he's kind of one of those guys just grind it out, man. Yeah, I'm happy to see him on MLW. I'm trying to watch it. Actually, let's talk about that. I'm trying to watch MLW a little more. I'm trying to find where their stuff is. I think they're putting the show on YouTube.
YouTube? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe every year or every week.
Every year sounds about right.
But I do try to always at least watch like their super fights, and they come to Chicago a decent bit. Yeah, Hammerstone's there, Fatu, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Well, when you type in MLW on YouTube, it goes to MLW Wiffle Ball. So, there's an action, and then it goes
Major League Wiffle Ball?
Yeah. Let's see. The last video they put up was 28 minutes ago. Before that was 2 days ago. So, they are putting stuff on there. I just never see it.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
I will more now, though.
This one is not on the not so headlines. It is a real thing.
Okay. You
Mike Tyson,
because we're not going to believe you, right?
Yeah. Mike Tyson and Ric Flair have partnered to start their own line of cannabis. Ric Flair says that they're going to have cannabis for erectile dysfunction, and he will be the face of it.
Now, they already have their separate brands already.
Yes.
This company called Verano makes weed for Ric Flair, and then
apparently Tyson 2.0 bought major shares in Flair's company.
Yeah. Okay, you guys want some divvy? I'll say it. Okay, you guys know I'm a big weed smoker. I've had both. Both is garbage. So whatever they make,
I would assume so.
It's just beginner's weed. It's just like it's just name brand. You know what I mean? No, it's not.
It's probably super like processed stuff.
It's not the best. But
Dirty, I'm going to give you
certain people would like it. I'd smoke it, but whatever.
I'm gonna give you my segment next week, and you can do wrestler weed. And, tell us how it is.
Yeah, let me tell you who does
rank wrestler weed.
Yeah. While we're talking about, you know who does have good weed? Fucking Kevin Nash. He's got a strain called Jackknife.
Really?
Of course he does.
It's sold in Michigan, and he did it right. He had a real legit company, like not just throw some shit together. He had them come up with an actual strain that he liked. They tested, tried all this kind of stuff. Yeah, man. Shit, knock my dick in the dirt. It's awesome. I love it. Yeah, and it's at a very fair price. So
fair price to get your dick knocked in the dirt.
Well, you take a hit, you just flop on the ground and start humping.
All right. So in the not so headlines,
here we go. I love this part.
Yeah. In the not so headlines, the new game, the ultra realistic WWE 2K23 will now feature mid-match commercial breaks.
You know, I can see that happening though.
It'll be ads, yeah.
Like especially if it's EA that's publishing.
It'd be like
I know they don't, but
you can buy the game for $5 with a shit ton of ads, or you can pay $100 for no ads
for the premium game.
Right. Yeah. WWE, you know that show on A&E, WWE's Most Wanted Treasures?
See,
I do now.
Yeah. So the WWE has a show on A&E. It's a real show called WWE's Most Wanted Treasures, where they go around searching for old wrestling memorabilia. Well, on this show, they finally tracked down the missing Foley ear.
Where was it?
They didn't say that. This is fake news, remember?
Right, I know. Man, awesome. They should put it away. Time capsule.
Yeah, I know.
Show it to the kiddies in like 100
to the
years.
Kids. Put it on a chain.
They probably found it in the freaking dirt in Germany because that's where it happened, right?
Tori probably bought it. She's such a Foley fan. She probably bought it. Well,
it's sitting on her.
She has a Foley ear necklace.
Yes,
just pinned it.
She needs to make some Foley ear cookies.
And last, here, I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
No, I mean it. That was a serious suggestion. It'd be great.
Okay, so, man, well, what would she make? Like making a bear claw into a Foley ear?
Yes. Already, I'm on board for this.
All right, and lastly, the Canadian Supreme Court overturns the 1997 Montreal screw job.
Oh, so that means Sean gets the title back?
No, Brett gets the title.
Brett gets the title back. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see this. Go
saying lack of evidence. He never tapped. That is today in headlines and not so headlines.
I have a headline. The King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring are returning in May. Did you guys hear about this for WWE?
No.
Yeah.
So two new people can get buried by that terrible gimmick?
Mm-hmm. Let's bring it back. Maybe Triple H will do it right this time. If Vince
I'd like for them to make it a pay-per-view like they used to.
Me too.
Yeah.
I love that.
Like do tournament style and
yeah.
Make it a nice pay-per-view.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's only like two people in history that have made that gimmick work, though. It's like Macho and also Macho, because I can't think of another one. That's
King Booker.
King Booker. Yes, Booker. Macho and Booker. Yeah. No hand gestures.
Actually,
that's a good one. I like that one. It's very
regal.
Yes. It's very
William. Oh, also another King of the Ring there, Regal.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Works for him because he's
King Barrett.
King Barrett.
All right, Primo, give us that preview next week, brother. Let's take this thing home.
Yo, this is the most dope. CJ Esparza coming to you live with Primo, DB, and AJ on the Sit Down Marks podcast.
Thanks, CJ. So next week, we kick off the month of March, Happy Women's Month, with my very own music class my very own music class.
There you go.
As DB will continue to have more wins over AJ than Goldberg's streak in WCW.
I don't think that's possible.
That was. I'll pop myself.
Also, next week, we will discuss the fallout from all the happenings at AEW Revolution and much more. See all you marks back here next week. You know the deal. Same Lucha Daddy time, same Lucha Daddy channel. I love you. Bye-bye.
It's a mop.
It's a mop.
Yeah, all right. So explain to the people why you're saying it's a mop. We were at the WWE house show. What did you think there was something down in the aisle?
He said... So it was down there after, close to the ring barrier, and there was a guy with his back to us with a pole.
Right.
The guy had a uniform on. He said he was wearing like some sort of coverall onesie.
And AJ goes, "What's that guy doing down there with the pole?" And he turns around right at that perfect time, and it was a mop. I just go, "It's a mop."
Well, both of you did. Both of you were sitting on both sides of me,
Yeah.
just completely emotionless. Why are you so
that's
stupid?
better. I didn't know Dirty did too.
Yep, just both of you, just at the same time in the same tone went, "It's a mop."
Like, what are you freaking out for?
Right.
I don't know. It's very excitable.
All right, before we go home here, I want to let you guys know that Midwest-based pro wrestler and SCW Black and Brave graduate recently seen on WWE and AWE. His name is Nico Klein. He'll be joining us on the pod here soon to talk about his experiences so far on the independent scene. And he's been getting a lot of extra work with WWE. You've seen him on a lot of stuff. So we're going to talk about that, the whole process of getting extra work, how that goes about, how he got to be in some of those spots that he got. So we'll be talking about that. So that's interview is going to be coming out here in just a couple of weeks. So, yeah, keep spreading the good word, everybody. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, at SitDownMarks, Instagram, DB_SitDownMarks. And thank you to Thomas Bryce for playing our pod each and every week on SportsWire Online Radio. And remind everybody out there on that podcast platform that you're listening from right now, please leave us a review, whether it be good or bad. It goes a long way in helping the pod. Good stuff today, boys. Great to hang out with y'all this weekend. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good weekend.
Real quick.
Whose birthday is it, Primo? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Whose birthday you got to say?
Which person?
It's my dad's cousin's mom's second best friend's nephew's birthday party this weekend.
Well, technically, it's no one's birthday today. I'm sure somebody out there was born today on February 27th, but sorry, you don't count. And 2 days on Wednesday, March 1st, though. The most important person in the entire world's birthday, Mrs. Primo.
Oh, Mrs. Primo.
Happy birthday.
But that's not
Mrs.
even what I wanted to say.
Primo.
You brought it up, not me.
What did you want to say?
I was actually going to say, we're coming into March, boys. Our 2-year anniversary.
Holy shit, that's right.
St. Patty's Day is the day.
That's right.
That's fucked up.
Our first
We've been
pod
doing
was
this for
2
2
years
years.
ago. St. Patty's Day, yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm not celebrating this because mine wasn't until like 3
It's
weeks
me
later,
and me and Dirty's.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
stop with the details.
So you guys,
I
you
know,
guys
you-
enjoy
you-
your
counts.
2 year
You
anniversary.
You
were
should be
there.
fucking happy you missed those first couple. They're terrible.
They were
fucking
rough.
terrible.
They were rough. Yeah.
Yes.
I know. I've listened to them.
Yes.
They're great.
We should pay somebody to sit through those first 5 episodes.
Oh, God.
No, they're fun. I enjoyed them. I did. This is great.
Oh, yeah.
They're out
All
there
right,
on the
boys.
audios if you want to listen to them.
Yeah, it was good to hang out with y'all, man, and hopefully we can do that again sometime in the near future. Awesome pod today. Thanks for
Oh,
joining
for sure.
us. All right, boys. Well, if you guys got anything else, AJ, you want to take her home?
Merkin.
Merkin.
That thing needs to say "Sit down, Mark's Merkin."
Sit down, Mark.
Sit down, Mark's Merkin.
Sit down, Mark's Merkin.
Merkin. Is this spelled M-E-R-K-E-N?
M-E-R-K-I-N.
M-U-R-K-I-N.
Murkin. Merkin. Ooh, that sounds even grosser.
Merkin.
Why can't I just call it like a muff cover? That sounds cooler.
Muff cover.
Sit down, Marks Merkin.
That's a fancy pronunciation.
Merkin?
Sit down, Marks Merkin.
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 Wait, let me spell it a different way. Hold on.
We are
Merkin.
We are marketing masters geniuses is what we are.
Yep.
Those things would fly off the shelves.
Oh, that's better.
Sit down, Marks Merkin.
Does she have a face? Is that a doll?
No.
Are you banging her?
She has a Merkin.
It's Google Translate.
Sit down, Marks Merkin.
We can't see.